Ladies and gentlemen, do you ever wonder why some people seem to have everything they desire, while others struggle to make their dreams a reality? The secret isn't in hard work or luck, the secret is in the power of your own mind, especially in the conversations you have with yourself. You see, your imagination is not just a tool for daydreaming, it is the creative force that shapes your entire life. The thoughts you entertain, the pictures you form, and the conversations you have with yourself dictate the reality you experience. If you want to manifest anything in life, you must first begin with what you're telling yourself. When you speak to yourself, are you affirming your dreams or are you reaffirming your doubts? The words you speak to yourself are seeds, and like any seed, they will grow into reality. So let's start with one essential principle: live in the end. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Don't wait for external evidence to prove your desires are possible. Start by talking to yourself as if it has already happened. Feel it in your bones as if it is happening right now. Feel the joy, the relief, the excitement of your dream coming true. This is the true power of assumption. The world around you is a reflection of your assumptions. What you believe about yourself and your possibilities will manifest whether you realize it or not. So why not consciously choose beliefs that support your desires? Speak to yourself as if you are already living your dream life. Tell yourself, I am successful. I am worthy. My desires are already on their way. Now, let's talk about the importance of your inner conversations. What you say to yourself in your quiet moments is the blueprint for your external world. If your inner dialogue is filled with doubt and worry, that will be the reality you create. But if you speak with confidence, certainty, and faith, your life will begin to reflect that. Speak to yourself as the person who already has what they desire, because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It's also crucial to maintain a mental diet. Just as you wouldn't feed your body unhealthy food, don't feed your mind unhealthy thoughts. Be aware of what you are thinking and how it aligns with your desires. If a thought arises that contradicts your dreams, gently replace it with one that supports them. Remember, your thoughts are the foundation of your reality. Another powerful tool in manifesting is feeling. It's not enough to merely think about what you want, you must feel it as though it's already yours. This feeling is the magnetic force that attracts your desires. Feel the emotions of having your desire now, and you will begin to see it take form in your life. Your self-concept, how you see yourself, is also pivotal. If you don't believe you're worthy of your dreams, your reality will reflect that belief. So talk to yourself as the person who deserves success, love, health, and abundance. Affirm your worthiness and step into the role of the person who already has everything they desire. In moments when doubt creeps in, practice revision. If something in your past no longer serves you, change the way you remember it. Mentally rewrite the script of your life to reflect the truth of your desires. By revising the past, you change the influence it has on your present and future. Finally, remember that faith in the invisible is key. Even when you can't see the path or the evidence of your desires, trust that they are already done in the unseen world. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your words have already shaped the reality you seek. Now all that's left is for it to materialize. So speak to yourself with love, confidence, and conviction. The conversations you have with yourself are the starting point for everything you wish to manifest. Speak as if you already have it, feel it, and live it, and watch as your world begins to mirror your inner vision. Imagination is not just a passive mental exercise, it is the very force that shapes and creates the world around you. Everything that exists in your experience, every object, relationship, and event was once conceived in the imagination. The things we see and interact with today were all first ideas, feelings, and images in someone's mind. It doesn't matter whether those creations were material objects, scientific advancements, or even relationships and opportunities, they all began as a spark of thought. Your imagination is the blueprint for everything you wish to manifest. When you consciously direct this power, you can create whatever you desire. The key is recognizing that your imagination is not a distant, abstract tool. It is your personal connection to the universe's creative potential. The moment you begin to visualize something vividly in your mind's eye, it begins to take form in the non-physical world. What you see in your imagination today can become the physical reality of tomorrow. You might ask, how is this possible? The truth is, your mind is not limited by time or space. The imagination exists outside the constraints of the physical world, and it does not know the difference between what is imagined and what is real. When you imagine something with great feeling and belief, your subconscious mind accepts it as fact, and the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring this imagined reality into existence. Every time you imagine something, you are setting a chain of events into motion, even if you cannot yet see it. Imagination creates the feeling of having already achieved what you desire, and the feeling is the key to manifestation. Your imagination allows you to step into the end result, not as a wish or a hope, but as a certainty. It is this inner experience, this feeling of living as though your desire is already real, that brings the outer world into alignment with your inner vision. For instance, when you vividly imagine yourself in a particular situation, whether it's having the job of your dreams, achieving financial success, or experiencing deep love, your mind begins to work on transforming the external circumstances to match your mental image. The clearer and more detailed your imagination, the stronger the influence it has on shaping your physical reality. It's important to remember that imagination is not just about seeing images in your mind, it's about feeling the reality of those images as if they are happening right now. The emotions you attach to your imagined thoughts serve as the energetic force that propels them into the physical world. The imagination is also the gateway to the unseen world, the world that exists before it takes physical form. You cannot see everything that is being created around you, but your imagination allows you to tap into the potential of this invisible world and bring it into your life. It is through your imagination that you align yourself with the divine intelligence of the universe, harnessing its creative power to bring your desires into reality. When you embrace your imagination as a creative power, you recognize that your mind has the ability to shape the events, conditions, and experiences of your life. The more you consciously engage with it, the more you begin to see evidence of its power in your physical world. Every time you take the time to imagine something new, you are planting the seeds for a future that aligns with your desires. And as you water those seeds with belief, faith, and sustained focus, they will grow into the tangible realities that you experience. To live in the end is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled in every moment. It means imagining and acting as if your desires have already come to fruition, not waiting for external signs or validation to confirm that what you want is possible. This concept is rooted in the understanding that the outer world is a reflection of your inner beliefs and assumptions. By living in the end, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality you wish to experience, and in doing so, the universe responds by bringing that reality into existence. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are no longer focused on the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Instead, you are fully immersed in the feeling that what you desire is already yours. For example, if you want to manifest a new job, don't focus on the steps you need to take to get there or the obstacles in your way. Instead, imagine how it feels to already be in that job, experiencing the success, the satisfaction, and the recognition that come with it. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is a state of complete satisfaction, as if the desire has already been realized. The key to living in the end is to cultivate that feeling, to create the emotional experience of having what you want right now in this very moment. This is not a mental exercise where you simply imagine your desire in a detached, analytical way. It's about embodying the experience as if it is happening to you in real time. You must feel the emotions of living your desired life, whether it's the joy of having financial freedom, the peace of being in a loving relationship, or the pride of achieving a long-held goal. These emotions are the magnet that attracts your external reality to match the internal state you've created. The mind doesn't distinguish between something that's real and something that's vividly imagined, which is why the feeling of the wish fulfilled is so powerful. When you consistently immerse yourself in the feeling of your desire already being fulfilled, your subconscious mind accepts that feeling as truth. It then begins to operate from this assumption, rearranging the circumstances of your life to align with that assumption. You may not see the manifestation immediately, but as you maintain the feeling of fulfillment, your reality must shift to match it. Living in the end also means detaching from the how and the when. The moment you start to focus on the logistics of how something will happen or when it will come, you're no longer in the end state. You're in the how state, which implies doubt and uncertainty. Living in the end requires total trust in the process and a deep belief that what you desire is already on its way. You trust that the universe will unfold exactly as it should to bring your assumption into physical form. By living in the end, you don't need to concern yourself with the mechanics of manifestation. Instead, you focus entirely on the experience of your desire already being fulfilled. To truly live in the end is to align every aspect of your life with the assumption of fulfillment. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions must all reflect the belief that your desires have already been realized. This may require you to take inspired action, but those actions will be guided by the assumption that you are already where you want to be. This shift in mindset, from wanting something to being in the state of having it, transforms your energy and opens the door for your desires to flow effortlessly into your experience. In the process of living in the end, the more you practice assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the more natural it will become. Your belief in the reality of your desire will grow stronger, and the external world will start to conform to the internal assumption. What you feel, you will see. The law of assumption ensures that the world around you must align with the dominant thoughts and feelings you hold, and if you persist in the assumption of your wish fulfilled, the world will eventually mirror that assumption. Your inner conversations, the words, thoughts, and self-talk you have in moments of solitude are the silent architects of your reality. What you say to yourself in private when no one else is listening holds the power to shape the experiences and circumstances you encounter in the external world. These conversations are not merely idle chatter or passing thoughts. They are constant, active creators, shaping your reality in profound ways, whether you're aware of it or not. The key to understanding this lies in recognizing that your mind is always listening. Every word you speak to yourself is received by your subconscious, which doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It absorbs everything and over time manifests the content of your inner conversations into your outer world. For example, when you tell yourself that you are worthy of success, abundance, or love, you are sending a message to your subconscious that aligns you with those outcomes. Conversely, if you repeatedly tell yourself that you are incapable or undeserving, you are reinforcing beliefs that will ultimately limit your potential. Speak to yourself as if your dreams are already a reality, because in the world of creation, the only moment that matters is the present. It's not about waiting for your circumstances to change before you speak to yourself with confidence, positivity, and conviction. The secret is to treat the present moment as if it's already aligned with the future you desire. When you speak to yourself as if your dreams have already manifested, you are aligning your inner dialogue with the vibration of your desired reality. This is where affirmations and positive self-talk come into play. Every time you engage in a conversation with yourself, whether consciously or subconsciously, make sure those words reflect the person you are becoming, the success you are achieving, and the life you are creating. Speak to yourself as if your goals are already accomplished. For example, if you desire financial abundance, instead of saying, "I hope I get rich someday," say, "I am living in financial freedom now." If you want love, instead of thinking, "I will find the right person someday," say, "I am surrounded by love and meaningful connections." This subtle shift in your inner conversation is incredibly powerful because the language you use to describe your life creates the emotional resonance that will attract your reality. The subconscious mind does not question whether these statements are true or not. It only accepts them as reality when they are spoken with enough belief and feeling. What you say to yourself consistently, even in moments of solitude, becomes your dominant assumption, and that assumption will eventually be reflected in your external world. I think of your inner conversations as planting seeds. Every time you speak kindly, lovingly, and confidently to yourself, you are sowing seeds of success, fulfillment, and happiness. If you continuously tell yourself you are successful, happy, and deserving, those seeds will eventually sprout into physical manifestations of success, happiness, and fulfillment. But if your inner dialogue is full of doubts, fears, and limitations, those seeds will sprout in ways that mirror those negative beliefs. These inner conversations have infinite power because they come from the most intimate and influential part of you, your subconscious mind. In moments of solitude, when your conscious mind is quiet, your subconscious is most receptive. This is the perfect time to program it with the thoughts and beliefs that will lead to the life you desire. The power of your inner conversations lies in the repetition and feeling behind them. Speak to yourself as if what you desire has already happened, and with each repetition, the belief in that reality becomes stronger. Over time, this will transform the way you perceive yourself and the world around you, and your reality will begin to shift in accordance with the assumptions and beliefs you've ingrained through your self-talk. In moments of solitude, when you are alone with your thoughts, this is when you have the most power to consciously shape your reality. Use this time wisely and speak to yourself with love, confidence, and assurance. Speak as if your dreams have already been realized, and watch as your inner conversations begin to reflect and attract the life you've always desired. A mental diet is the ongoing process of being mindful and intentional about the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. Just like your physical body requires nourishing food to thrive, your mind needs a steady diet of positive, empowering thoughts to fuel your growth, success, and well-being. What you choose to feed your mind shapes your emotions, actions, and ultimately the reality you experience. Every thought you entertain, whether uplifting or limiting, plays a role in determining where you are headed in life. The thoughts you nourish have the power to either draw you closer to your desires or take you further away from them. When you focus on thoughts that align with your dreams, desires, and goals, you are feeding your mind the mental food. It needs to build a reality that matches these positive beliefs. For example, if you want to manifest success, you must nourish thoughts of abundance, achievement, and the certainty that success is already yours. By doing so, you align your subconscious mind with these beliefs, and the universe responds by bringing situations, opportunities, and people into your life that match this vibration. On the other hand, when you focus on negative thoughts, thoughts of doubt, fear, and limitation, you are unknowingly feeding your mind a toxic diet that prevents you from achieving your desires. Negative thoughts don't just stay in your mind, they create an emotional environment that blocks the flow of energy needed to manifest what you want. Worrying about lack, scarcity, or failure only reinforces those very conditions in your life, drawing you away from your goals and reinforcing the belief that you cannot have what you desire. These thoughts send out a signal to your subconscious, which then reflects this signal back to you in the form of experiences that reinforce the negativity. The key to creating a mental diet that serves you is awareness. You must become aware of the thoughts you are thinking and intentionally choose to replace negative, disempowering thoughts with positive, constructive ones. The more you practice this, the stronger your mental discipline becomes, and the more natural it will feel to think in ways that align with your desires. It's important to understand that negative thoughts will still arise. They are part of the human experience. The key is not to suppress them, but to notice them and then gently redirect your focus to thoughts that support your goals. By doing so, you build a foundation of positive thinking that draws you closer to the life you want to create. Just as you would never consciously feed your body junk food that harms your health, you should not feed your mind with thoughts that harm your mental and emotional well-being. A steady diet of negative thoughts keeps you in a state of lack and limitation, while a diet of positive, empowering thoughts helps you move towards your dreams and desires. This is the power of the mental diet. It's a choice that you make every moment, every day. If you want to manifest wealth, health, love, or success, your mind must be nourished with thoughts that reflect the feelings and beliefs of already having those things. This process of maintaining a positive mental diet does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending that negative circumstances don't exist. It means choosing to respond to life's challenges with empowering thoughts instead of succumbing to negativity. For example, if you are faced with a setback, rather than dwelling on the obstacle, you choose to think thoughts that reflect resilience and faith, such as, "I am capable of overcoming this," or "This is only a temporary challenge, and I am moving closer to my goal." In doing so, you reinforce the mindset of success and strength, which ultimately attracts the outcomes that align with that mindset. The more consistently you nourish your mind with empowering thoughts, the more natural it becomes to live in a state of inner alignment with your desires. You become less susceptible to the pull of negativity and doubt, and your mind begins to automatically focus on solutions, opportunities, and positive possibilities. In turn, this opens up the flow of creative energy, propelling you towards your goals with clarity and confidence. As you continue to feed your mind with the thoughts that empower you, you begin to change the energy around you. People, opportunities, and situations will naturally start to align with the thoughts you nourish, bringing your desires into your reality with greater ease. The more you cultivate a positive mental diet, the more you tune into the frequency of your desires, and the more effortlessly you begin to manifest them. The power of assumption is one of the most profound laws of manifestation. Simply put, what you assume to be true, whether you are consciously aware of it or not, becomes your reality. Your assumptions are the lens through which you perceive the world, and they shape the experiences, circumstances, and people that show up in your life. Assumptions are not merely beliefs or idle thoughts, they are the vibrational blueprints that guide the creation of your world. When you assume something, you adopt a certain feeling and belief about it as if it is already true. This assumption doesn't require external evidence to support it initially. It is your unwavering belief that makes it real. For example, if you assume that success is inevitable for you, your thoughts, actions, and behaviors will align with that belief, eventually leading you toward opportunities and outcomes that confirm your assumption. Conversely, if you assume failure or lack, you will begin to attract circumstances and situations that reflect that belief. Your assumptions do not have to be based on current circumstances.